clock. Welcome back, everybody. We have punched the clock. We are off the clock. Welcome back to this episode of Off the Clock. So in the last GBM, we had an amazing guest, David Waldron, who talked about his company. He's the founder of White Whale Solutions. And also it was marketing week. So we had a bunch of events related to that. But that is not relevant to what we're doing today. Today we have a very, very special guest. We would like to introduce Kailee, our director of fundraising. Woo!
Yippee.
So Kailee, what do you do?
I'm the director.
Speaking of the mic.
I'm the director of fundraising, so I coordinate a bunch of fundraising events, and we basically raise money for AMA events such as ICC mainly, and like the regional conference and other stuff like that.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
mainly ICC because that's the big grand, AMA thing.
Mm-hmm.
When is the regional conference again? I got like the deal for new members, so
Me
I just
too.
got free admission.
So
I don't know when or where I'm supposed
It's
to go.
postponed to March, I believe.
I
yeah,
see. Okay.
because the hurricanes mess with a bunch of scheduling stuff, so like they had to move it back to
Dude,
spring.
the knock-on effects of the hurricane has been so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Literally everyone I know is like swimming in work. Like
Yeah,
friend of the show, Rodell.
friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod, Rodell, is he has like an exam. He's had an exam every single week because
Jesus,
the hurricane has like knocked off the time in between exams.
I know.
Jesus.
There's
Yeah.
no test-free week. There's just
Yeah.
Mhm.
everywhere.
It's bad, dude.
Yeah, I kind of saw this coming because like I knew specifically for this podcast we were supposed to have a guest who we'll be having next week, who's supposed to come the first week that like what was the one before Milton? It was
Helene.
Helene. Yeah, when Helene hit, we were supposed to have him, and then I was like, okay, well we can get him during Milton. Milton cooked everything.
yeah.
So now that's finally in order. But I could tell like going from a 15-week semester to a 13-week semester,
Yeah.
they're not built for this.
You feel it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, my marketing research class literally just like canceled half the work.
Jesus.
And he was like, listen, we were going to do group projects. We were going to do presentations.
Mhm.
We don't have time for that anymore. So we're not going to, he like changed the weighting, like the weighing of all the grades
Mhm.
and everything. So I have to take an exam for him tomorrow. actually.
Jesus.
That's kind of nice, though.
It is nice. I don't like doing group work.
Yeah, that's true. I like doing group work, but it sucks because I take on the majority of the work, and
Mm.
then my team members let me down.
Yeah, I hate giving up that control
I
on
know.
on group work. I don't know.
That's why I like take it upon myself.
I don't really-
I will do it the
Yeah,
best.
I don't really have too many friends in my classes, like or in my
Mhm.
major, other than like this piece of garbage.
Hey,
No, I'm just
we're
kidding.
not even doing the debate episode anymore. You just
Yeah,
said that to
you're
say
right.
that.
You're right.
Ugh,
You're right.
cringe.
No, I don't know too many people in any of my classes. There's a couple AMA members. Like I know Danny is in my
Mm.
marketing research class, and I think her name is Julia.
The marketing.
No. The
social impact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
social impact. Julia is
Right.
also in my class. But like I sit on the other side of the class, and
Mm. It's crazy how AMA made it so like because I'm in senior year, so I'm taking like my capstones and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just like started seeing people. It's like the second I joined AMA, it's like a bunch of people who were invisible to me just opened up.
yeah, they get like the Minecraft glowing effect. Like you can just see them through
Exactly.
walls.
Exactly, because President Lindsay is in one of my capstones.
Shout out
and-
Big Lens.
Shout out Big Lens. And in my professional selling class, it's like Joseph who does analytics
Yep.
and
I
other
like that
president
guy.
Emily. Joseph he's a character. I like that
see
guy.
Joseph everywhere. Like literally yesterday, my boyfriend dropped me off, and I was going to MoMA, like the atrium area.
The atrium?
The atrium,
Yeah.
yeah, just to hang out before my 11 o'clock class, and he's sitting there, so I go say hi,
Mhm.
and then I saw him at homecoming, the ball.
Mm.
Oh, did you go to homecoming?
I went. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about that because I don't think I've ever been.
And you're a senior.
Yeah, I know, not a big
We'll
thing.
talk. We'll talk.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, and we were just talking.
Mm.
But I see him everywhere. And
He's
I
very
used to
difficult
see
to
you
miss.
everywhere too.
Really?
I come out of class
hard to miss him.
at 12, and I just see you walking by. I'm like, oh, there's Alex. I never say
Oh.
hi to you because you're always.
Yeah, I move with a purpose.
You can't
I got
catch
places to
him
be.
either with those big legs.
I know, like there's a foot difference between us. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's-
there's no way.
He's gone.
Okay, in the most normal way possible, sometimes I'll see someone in front of me, like that I know, and they're like maybe like 20 feet away or 30 feet away, and I'm like, if I just walk a little faster, I'll like naturally catch up to them.
Yeah, it'll look normal too.
Yeah, and it looks so normal, and I'll be the most normal person of all time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so many people in your classes just become like real when you join
I know.
clubs and things like that. But that actually segues to one of the things I wanted to ask you about. So we're seniors. You're a freshman.
Yes.
How has your freshman year been so far in terms of like marketing stuff?
Marketing stuff. AMA is the biggest thing that's happened this year for marketing because I'm in like basic business classes because I came in with a lot of elective credits but not business.
Oh, so you had to
credits.
take it like your comp stuff and your other stuff. Your prereqs got knocked out.
Well, no, I'm still in comp 1.
Ah, okay.
I didn't take AP lang in high school. I took like social like studies. I love social studies.
Heck yeah,
but
history and stuff.
I love history. But anyways, I'm like in CGS and I'm in like principles of management.
Oh man.
Like
Principles of Management. That's the one with the guy who it's his own book, right?
I have the career field guy who's awesome. He talks a lot about career readiness and the career fairs because he's in charge of that.
Oh.
So he doesn't really care about us, I feel like, but I like that, and he's really like he's something to look up to.
That's good. I feel like a lot of those teachers who teach like the early level classes, like the 2000 level or the 1000 level classes.
No, this is a 3000.
Oh,
level.
I forgot that was a 3000 level.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, my 3000 level for general business practices, I have some things to say about that class, but that's okay.
What is wrong with GEB 3033?
My professor is an advisor, like an academic advisor, and I feel like they should just be an academic advisor.
Some people don't have the sauce to teach.
I think that she has a lot of energy, but I think it could be used better on just academic advising.
Wait, which one?
We'll go with that.
What teacher?
Lativia Lowe.
Oh, no shade, no disrespect, because everyone in this university is doing an amazing job.
That's true. It's the best university on the earth.
The greatest university
on the planet. It's the Harvard of the Southwest.
Yeah. But I had her for advising one time, and she was not helpful, like in the slightest. Some of the advisors are really
That's
good.
surprising to me.
Some of the advisors are pretty good. Like, what's her name? Shauna Thomas.
Shauna Thomas, shout out the GOAT.
Shauna Thomas is the GOAT.
Shout out the GOAT, Shauna Thomas.
If you ever want help with any of your classes, Big Lindsay put me on. Shauna Thomas will get you right.
Yeah.
She will give you all the right classes.
I also got this new guy when I went for my other meeting. He didn't even say his name. He literally just walked me all the way to the back to his like very recently moved into office.
Yeah.
Sat me down, and then I asked a bunch of questions, and he gave me a bunch of answers, which is the first time that's ever happened.
That's huge.
And then I was like, so I'm good. So this is it. So there's nothing left. There's no surprises. I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to have to come back here in like a week. And he goes, no, why would you?
And you know what? That's a level of competency that we can strive for.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah, because
Where have you been all my life?
I've definitely been jerked around by like advisors who will sit on their computer and they'll type something for like 5 minutes after I'd be like, hey, so I'll go in and I'll be like, I need to take this class, this class, this class, and this class. This is what DegreeWorks told me. So I literally just need you to give me the permits.
Yep.
And they go, okay.
What permits are we talking about?
So once you start getting to like higher level classes, some of them will like
depends on your order, like the order of classes that you take. You might have to like get permits specifically to take these classes that maybe you need like a prereq for or whatever. And because you're in the business school and because you need to graduate in 4 years, otherwise they kick you out. If you didn't know, that's a thing. You have to graduate in 4 years or they kick you out.
You have prereq, so you'll be fine.
Yeah. So they'll waive like prereqs for a lot of stuff and just give you classes to help you like get on and graduate.
Yeah, but some of them are really arbitrary because it's like
extremely
they
arbitrary.
They just need to like flip a switch, and it's only to make it so that you have to go to advising instead of just being able to set everything up on your own.
Yeah, well, this is also pre Oasis change, so maybe things are different. Who knows?
It's not student services.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I've not looked at the new platform.
Neither have I. I'm afraid to look at it. Maybe it'll be better than Oasis. I've complained about Oasis for probably every single year I've been on campus. But
we can hope. We can hope.
Yeah. Okay. I want to ask about homecoming because you went to homecoming. I've never been to homecoming. I never went in high school and I never went in college so far. So what was it like? How was it?
So me, my boyfriend, and my roommates, we all went, but we didn't go at the very beginning where it was like the Bridgington Ball. We went where it was like more of the high school prom.
Oh, okay. I didn't go to prom either.
Oh.
Well, we lost prom because of COVID.
That's true.
Oh,
so
you guys are old.
All right.
Okay. I'm shading you because
Okay,
she
let's
called
go.
me a millennial the other day.
I remember that. We were walking out of the MSC. That's the most hurtful thing you could say.
I am not avocado toast. I do not watch The Office.
I love avocado toast.
Okay, I haven't tried avocado toast, so I'm just being
Pupper
judgy.
doggo.
It's just toast and avocado.
It sounds good. It sounds good,
Do you
but
like
I don't.
avocado?
I do like avocado.
Do you like toast?
I like guacamole.
Avocado toast.
Listen, I just don't want to be associated with the cultural movement.
Yeah.
I don't want to be adulting. I don't want to.
How old are you? 22?
I just turned 21.
21.
Yeah.
I'm also
Well,
21.
Joseph is 22.
Joseph
I
is
recently
22.
found
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. It's the ages in AMA are kind of weird because it's like one of our presidents is 19. So.
I don't believe that.
Emily's 19.
I don't
No
believe
way.
that.
Really?
Mhm.
Whoa.
How is she a senior?
A bunch of credits coming in, and also just graduated high school early. I think.
Super genius.
Yeah. Super
oh
genius.
yeah, if you do AA and
Mm-hmm.
dual enrollment.
Yeah.
My school never offered that, so I'm stuck with APs.
Mm.
But I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
You locked in, but I distracted from us talking about homecoming.
Oh yeah. So I got there at like 9, so all the fancy music stuff
Mm-hmm.
wasn't there.
Oh, was
And
there?
then we
There was
had
fancy music stuff. Did they have
Yeah,
like
they
a?
had the
They had like a fiddle or like a violin. You're doing the motion. So
they had the I don't know what it's called, the quartet or something.
oh,
Like
like
a
an orchestra.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
a little one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like
You
you
know
rented
what I
like an orchestra
mean?
for like
yeah,
40
like
bucks.
a. It could be
No,
like a.
4 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a quartet.
Yeah, that okay. I don't want to say it wrong.
Was it like a string quartet where they all playing string
I
instruments?
think so.
That's kind of
But
cool.
I wasn't there for that. I was there when they played Fiend.
Oh my god.
And that's the best part of homecoming is when they play Fiend.
no
Dude.
way.
So I went to two homecomings in high school.
Mhm.
Also like Corey, I haven't gone to a single homecoming like here. But
Yeah.
in high school, I went my freshman year and I went my junior year. And my freshman year, one of the few memories I have, aside from like having the most awkward date of all time, was they started playing "Humble" by Kendrick because it had
Wow.
like just dropped that summer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you already know all the words or no?
I didn't because this was
Wow.
dude, I was like 13. This was like my peak. Like I listened to Eminem and One Republic.
Wow.
And I am not a real human being yet. I hadn't discovered like this is before I had the girlfriend who put me on a Brockhampton, who put me on Tyler the Creator.
Oh, okay.
So-
this is before you like generated.
Yes, exactly.
Like
I was
you finished rendering.
I was still on the character select screen.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like
yeah,
99% done. It was like stalling on that little progress bar.
I feel you.
Yeah. But like the music and everyone turning up in the room together, that's like one of the best parts of going to these dances, I feel.
Yeah. That's like, I mean, that's the reason you go to like concerts and
Mhm.
stuff. Is everyone just wants to turn up.
Exactly. Homecoming is basically just like a concert, but with people.
A concert in formal clothes.
Yeah.
But did they have any like big music artists or anything? Because didn't they have like T-Pain one year? Was that for homecoming
They
or was that
did.
for?
Yeah. They had T-Pain, I think it would have been our sophomore year, so like 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
He came. But I think they weren't doing anyone. Did they have anyone like any musical artists who came?
Well, it was the Bridgerton themed, so the
Mm.
spring
I
quartet.
don't know what that means.
It's a show.
Have you seen Bridgerton?
No.
Bridgerton is like it's like a romance show that's set in like the aesthetics are very like 17th century
Yeah,
England.
Oh, it's like Downton Abbey.
Basically, it's
Yeah.
Downton Abbey, but it's romance, and
Whoa.
it's like it's almost like smut, basically.
Ew.
But one of the cool things about it is you'll have like these orchestral bands playing like "Thank You Next" by Ariana Grande.
What?
It's crazy.
That's like a wait. Whoa. What?
They do a bunch of like modern music, but on old timey like instruments.
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of funny.
I watched the first season. The first season's pretty good.
I
Oh,
haven't
it's
seen
in the show?
It's in the show.
Oh, I thought you meant like the bands come and they want to
Oh.
play like modern stuff because we're in college, but they use the instruments. No, that's like in the show, like
Yeah, that-
produced. Like
Mhm.
that is hilarious.
It's amazing.
That's so funny.
I started giggling like
Yeah.
a gosh darn fool.
like a Gersh darn fool.
Like a gosh darn fool. Did you recognize any of the stuff that they were playing?
I
Fiend.
Oh,
I
you weren't there.
missed
You weren't
all
there. You
that,
missed it. I forgot you
yeah.
missed it. But Fiend.
Did you dress up? Did you have a good time?
I dressed up, yeah. It's always a chance to dress up.
Yeah,
That's true.
yes.
There's not enough times in society where you get to dress up in a long formal dress.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I can't say I've ever done that. So you know what? Your point's proven.
You wouldn't understand the feeling.
I also have never been in like a gorgeous flowy dress
Yeah.
that makes me feel affirmed in my femininity.
Mhm.
So It's
I don't
good
think
that
we
you're
can.
able to-
I don't think we can say we've ever served.
Yeah,
truly.
we've never really served. I mean,
That's
my dad
so
served,
sad.
so like I served through.
I'm not
genetics
talking
and
about
bloodline.
that. I'm talking about serve.
Oh well, my dad served. Trust. But yeah, I mean, what I did do is so on election day, because I was feeling quirky, I dressed up
go
in
for
formal attire just to go to all my classes and to go to the
Oh,
general
yeah, I
meeting.
figured you had like a career fair. I was like,
Yeah,
why
no,
are you all gussied up?
I just did it because I wanted to welcome in our first black woman president.
Yeah. Well, that's
Well,
all right.
You guys know how that went.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
It's
you
all
know,
good.
there's always an opportunity to look good, you know?
I agree.
If you just like make the opportunity for yourself. But outside of that, like how are you liking USF as a freshman so far?
I really like the campus.
Yeah.
even though
You don't live on
sometimes-
campus, though.
No, I don't.
Mm.
And those buses, as I was telling you guys before,
got
make
problems.
me crazy. With the app makes me tweak out,
Mm.
and then I'm sprinting
The
to the
app
bus.
is so bad.
It's
Yesterday,
so bad.
there was like I don't know if you saw it, but on the app like a few days ago, normally it is just like you click a stop and it goes which route and then how much time is left until the bus comes for each route. So I'm on orange route and I check my stop and it goes orange route, 13 minutes.
Mhm.
Orange route, homecoming detour, 24 minutes. What does that mean?
Okay, it's also only going to get worse today because they're doing the Holly Block Party, which
Yeah,
I
I'm
get
going
to-
to.
What is that?
so it's the dorm people. I forget the exact name for them. I work for them, but I forget their exact name. They run like an event it was supposed to be back like in October, but the hurricane, you
Yep.
know, messed everything up. It's just like a party. Basically, it's like they do
a parade.
Yeah, they have a parade that goes down the street, and then they have like a bunch of events that are going down like this Friday afternoon. And I get to drive a golf cart for it.
Oh, that's so fun.
Oh yeah, am I gonna see you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I got to work it.
Dude, that's gonna be awesome.
Oh,
I'll
is
be
this
pointing and
attached to the
waving and
carnival?
I
there's
think
a
so.
carnival?
Yeah, well, last year they had a carnival. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, that's sick.
That's
Is there gonna be a Ferris
today.
wheel?
I know.
Like a big one that takes people up?
I
Or-
hope so.
Maybe I'm mixing it up with like there was an official carnival because I know last year because the girls went to that and like there was MXM Tune there or MXM Tune there. And,
Oh,
like, a
the one
couple
that looks like
other
shout out
artists.
friend of the pod Mars.
Shout out friend of the pod Mars.
MXN Tune
Yeah.
looks exactly like our friend.
She
Mars.
plays her little ukulele. She's a great little musical artist. She's very funny. But yeah, they do like a bunch of on-campus events just to try to get like people more engaged and just for fun.
Mhm.
College spirit, school pride.
Yeah, I'm excited to go. I have seen them because we lived in Holly
Mhm.
for a while.
Yeah, so we just looked out our window.
Yeah, we just look out the window, but I've
Mhm.
You
never
guys
been.
roommates?
Yeah,
we were, yeah.
we were
So
roommates for 2 years.
our sophomore year and our junior year, we were roommates.
This all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And he's not just some random person you found off the street.
Yeah, no, this is Big Dog.
yeah, I look like it, but unfortunately, he's had the pleasure of knowing me for almost all years, like
Yeah.
4 years of college now. We were
That's
friends in
nice.
freshman year as well.
Because I was over, so little lore drop that I don't think you know. My freshman year, I was in St. Pete. I was at the St. Pete campus of USF.
You did tell me that.
Okay.
Because I was telling you how I was thinking about going to St.
Oh.
You're like, don't do that.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, it's not worth it because you'll just have to end up transferring back here.
That's not how
Yeah.
people
So,
do things.
yeah.
Also, you want to be like if you want to be a part of AMA, you got to be here.
I know,
Exactly.
Like-
especially because I already have an E4 position. And if I just keep moving up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how did you end up getting that e-board position?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually a really great story that I'm very proud of. But I think Justin,
Justice?
the treasurer,
Mhm.
he was tabling and at the Bulls Market, and I was, walking around before class. I go over to the table because I see marketing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a marketing major. This is perfect for me, And he's like, you have to pay. I'm like, oh. And he's like, the first 3 meetings are free. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
I'll go. And then what he really gets me going, he's like, this year's a great place to join because there's so many e-board positions open. There's like 8 of them open. I'm like,
Mhm.
I like what I'm hearing. And so I go the next Tuesday, and it's enlightening.
Mm.
Even though I sit by myself.
Enlightening
Oh.
how? In
Um,
what sense?
Very professional with speakers.
Mm.
So kind of boring.
Do you remember who your speakers were?
yeah,
first
who
time
was
you
the
came?
speaker?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I have a really bad memory.
What was the vibe, if you remember? Because people remember feelings.
I knew I had to leave early because I was meeting my boyfriend for one of our anniversary dates.
Sweet.
Mm.
But
Cute.
It was awkward because I had my motorcycle helmet because I rode my motorcycle at that time, and I was trying to sign my name on the name tags they give out, but it was so hard because again I'm holding a chunky helmet, and then when I finally do that, I go to sit at the first table, and everyone's already talking to like each other. I'm like, oh, okay, and so I just sit at the very first table, like when you walk in, and no one's really talking to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, just on my phone talking to my boyfriend.
Yeah,
but.
That's how I felt as well.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to like make a good first impression because even though so our first time coming was last year.
It was the last meeting last year.
Yeah, it was either the last meeting or the second to last meeting last year.
Yeah,
where basically I got scouted for the ePort position by Dr. Jarrett, who's our faculty advisor. I had her for one of my classes, and she was like, "You have a great voice. You should do our podcast."
Yep.
So interviewed for that. Came in, met the previous host. Shout out Emma and Eric. They're awesome.
Fly high.
Fly high, fallen soldiers, but. They're not dead. They're just gone. So because I was doing that, I showed up to one of the general body meetings, and a girl that I knew from like my time when I was at St. Pete was there and like working AMA. She just graduated this past semester. But even then, I was just like sitting, and I texted him, and I was like, "We have to both go to this general body meeting at 4:45 on this Tuesday, and you have to be there." And
because we like almost all year we were talking to each other because like we're both marketing majors, we're both like juniors at this point. We're like, we have to like actually go and like go to career fairs and like network and like do all the stuff that you have to do. And the entire year like we're putting it off, and I'm like, well, when we do it, we just have to do it together because it's gonna suck unless we do it together. Like I don't want to go, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, and then we ended up going to AMA, and we always forget the lady's name who is the speaker
I have to go back and I just have to interrogate every single person in AMA who was here last year.
Do we not have like a record?
We definitely have a record that I can probably put. Like if I scroll back in the Slack, I could probably find it.
Okay, but we go to this GBM. We sit there. I'm like, this is very awkward. Everyone's dressed in like polos and has like very professional-esque attire.
I feel like this year it's a lot calmer.
Yeah, I am in like a big T-shirt and jorts, I think, and I'm in a beanie. I mean, it's like normally, it's what I normally wear.
It's your standard fit.
I'm still wearing it,
because you never switch.
Yeah,
and you have never switched.
But I sit down. I'm like, I do not feel like I'm supposed to be here. I feel like I walked into one of those like conference ballrooms. And just no one said anything yet. And then they do the GBM stuff. They show 800,000 QR codes, and then they're like, okay, speaker time.
Oh, the QR codes for my first meeting stressed me out so much.
They did too for me.
I tried to use the QR code when you swipe down, but then they switched to the next one, so I tried to scan that, but then I lost the previous one. And so what I've learned is to take pictures of them all, and then QR code that way.
But we go, and the lady does this. She is like a previous USF graduate. She graduated with a marketing degree, and the entire presentation is just her talking about I think she's like maybe 24.
She's
maybe? 24, 25.
A semi-recent graduate.
Yeah, semi-recent graduate. She had a ton of internship positions. She had like a really good internship at she had a really big internship at like MSNBC, like a big like news company.
And she's actually a millennial.
Yes. He's still thinking about that, by the way.
It's gonna live rent free in my brain forever. I'm exploding with rage.
But she has all these accolades, and she's like, yeah, I didn't get a job in marketing. She's like, I work in HR. Like I work in HR, and I like it. I work for a smaller company. I don't work for like a huge company like MSNBC, and I like it more. I like working at a smaller company. It feels more personal. People, I feel like, look at me like a human and care about me like a human here. And she does this entire speech, and she's very charismatic. It's very like casual. It's not, I don't even think there was like a slideshow. I feel like maybe there were like a few slides, but
yeah, I don't even think she had a slide deck.
Yeah, nothing super like overly complicated. And she's there's a open dialogue between her and the audience, like all of us, and people are asking a lot of questions. She's answering a lot of questions. It was the best one I think so far still that I've been to.
You missed
the most recent one.
You missed David Waldron,
who one was the best one.
He was killing it. It was the same vibes as that lady whose name that we forget, but left in forever impact on our hearts.
Yeah.
And he's going to be on the podcast. So
yeah, I'm excited to meet him. But me and Alex left that day from the GBM, and we're talking on the way, like walking home, and he's like, maybe I don't need a job in marketing. And I was like, yeah, maybe I don't need a job in marketing. Maybe like I should do recruiting or do something else, do sales. We're thinking about the same thing. Like she made a very lasting impact. And that was like my first impression on AMA. And it's sort of like why I've decided to, continue pursuing it. Also, it's because this dork. Yeah. If he wasn't in it, I probably wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, because my job in our friend group is getting other people involved in things, basically.
Yeah. He ropes everybody into stuff.
I rope everybody in and I get everyone connected and then it's like cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
The other thing that was for me personally, so because I got the e-board position in spring of last year, they onboarded me like at the start of fall. And the entire summer I was sort of tweaking because it's like, man, I have this position, but like, I don't know anybody, and I feel like I don't even like. I called him.
I was going to mention this.
I called him on the phone, and I said, "What if I drop out of podcast because I don't feel like I'm good enough for it?"
Yeah, he was like, I think I'm going to drop out of the podcast, and I was like, "Don't do that. Don't be stupid. This is going to be fun. We're going to record like once a week. We're going to record once a week. It doesn't have to be like this huge problem in your life. If you don't make it a huge problem in your life, like you can." It'll be fine. And it was.
Yay. And now we're here.
Yeah, it ended up being great.
Yeah. But the thing specifically that like sort of made me feel comfortable in AMA, because that first time I came was I was in the middle of my staff training for my RA position.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to ask my boss because people were like moving in. I was like, hey, can I get this time off because I need to show up to sign my contract and do this like the Luminate event, which was like all of eBoard and a few different other people were there.
Because I completely missed that.
Yeah, because yeah.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. But I was like, man, what if I like go to sign my contract and then I just leave? Because like I don't even know anyone here and I'm scared and I'm sitting in that contract signing meeting, shaking like a puppy. Like I'm like, if I be still, no one will know that I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, that's so weird because you come off as very vibrant and very charismatic.
Well,
so
listen, I got an anxiety disorder low key.
He had a lot on his plate. It's always the first couple of weeks of the semester when he's doing the RA stuff.
All I do is tweak.
Yeah, all he does is tweak. And he just had a ton on his plate. And I keep telling him, I'm like, I kept telling him, I was like, these 2 weeks are going to pass. Your training's going to pass. The onboarding's going to pass. And it's just going to be normal. It's just, you're just going to go to class. You're going to go to work. It's going to be like relatively normal and you won't have any problems. And it's true. But yeah, those first couple of weeks are a nightmare.
Oh, for sure. And it always gets me cooked. But the Luminate event. So I was sitting there freaking out the entire time I was doing the contract signing. I knew one person. I knew Danny, who's our director of communications. He also knows Danny. You've talked to Danny.
I met him.
Yeah, Danny's awesome. But I was like talking to him and sitting with him when we went to the ballroom for like the actual Luminate event to start. And when it started, it was like a bunch of guest speakers. It was hosted by, I forget her name, but she was really good at hosting it. And like, we were doing a bunch of activities with the other people in the room. We did like a scavenger hunt across the MSC. And then like we had a few different competitions. One of the speakers gave me his book. And like over the course of the entire thing, I was like, dang, this AMA thing's kind of cool. The last thing that we did was we made a mood board out of like newspaper clippings.
Oh, that's cool.
Sweet.
And that was kind of dope.
And then I think we recorded, was it the first episode after that? Because we recorded like the pilot,
the lost pilot episode.
Yeah, the lost pilot episode before the Luminate event, and then we recorded the actual first episode after the Luminate event. Yeah. So there's the timeline,
and then the rest is history. Yeah.
So anyways, after my first GBM, sorry, this is a whole tangent.
No,
go for it.
That's what we do.
No, so on the thing there was like, fill out the committee interest forms or fill out the e-board because it was due that day. And I was like, oh, okay. So obviously I'm struggling with my QR codes because they keep disappearing.
Yeah.
And I honestly just go over to Annika at the welcoming table. I'm like, hey, can you show me the slides so I can take a picture?
She's a gem, by the way.
Annika's
so
awesome.
sweet.
Annika was one of the first people I talked to because we got paired up for one of the assignments or one of the activities in Luminate. And she's just like, she's so sweet.
She is so
awesome
sweet.
Person.
Very welcoming. Perfect for membership. But anyways, so I filled out the thing and I gave my time slot to meet with the co-presidents, and I went in before class at like 10:30 on a random Tuesday, and Julia walks out. Oh, I go there like 10 minutes early because I always like to be punctual, if not early, to make a good impression.
Yeah.
But then I'm just sitting in the random room before the conference room.
Yeah.
And then Ariadne. Say that name?
Ariadne.
Ariadne? Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
You're close enough.
No,
Ariadne.
I feel so bad, though, because names are important.
Ariadne. It's like she has a knee that's very strange.
I never thought of it like that, but yeah.
Anyway, she was
Ariadne, who's been on the podcast.
She has been, yeah.
She
was
was
on the
sitting
Tootsie.
outside, and she told me to just like chill out, and I was like, okay. And then Julia, I think for Social Impact, she was walking out when I went in, but her interview went longer, so I was like, oh, okay, trying not to stress out. And then I don't know what to do with myself with that, because it feels bad to go on your phone because they come out, you're just scrolling on your phone, but it's you don't really want to stare at nothing, because then you're like, what are you even doing?
Yeah, I would have gone on my phone.
So
for
I
sure.
don't know what to do, but I was on my phone, and then
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I know. I like what to look at, or even.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I go and I interview. I don't hear anything for like a week. I'm talking to my boyfriend again. I'm like, there's no way I got it. Again, I have no idea what AMA is. I'm a first-time college student. Like I'm not even in AMA. Like, why would they give an e-board position to me? And then they reach out and they're like, Kailee, would you like to be our assistant director of fundraising? I'm like, this is perfect. Less responsibility for me, so I can get into the groove of things and, still a leadership position. Perfect for me. I'm happy, because I was really stressed at the beginning of the semester too, because I was like, I'm new from Naples.
Oh, yeah. First time in college is
and again,
tough.
Oh, it's so difficult. And then I had no friends in AMA either. Like, I didn't know anyone. And then I became friends with our past director of fundraising, and then she became really stressed with her life and she became preoccupied, so she left and left us in a lurch. And so I was, carrying out the responsibilities of the last Bucks game too. And we were gonna do a Halloween, like a dare board, but that kind of fell through because we didn't have enough time to market it. Again, we weren't properly onboarded with the event.
Yeah, because you got thrown into like the thick of it, basically.
Yeah, with just all the events already.
Yeah.
And I thank God for Emily every single day, because she's already made so many steps for the fundraising with setting up the Bucks games, setting up the Chipotle fundraiser, was setting up all of these things.
Dude, every time I see Emily, she's doing like a billion different things. I never see her have idle hands.
I want to see her resume so bad. It's gotta be insane.
So good.
Okay, I actually saw her because she works on her resume some of the time, like in one of the classes that we have or before one of the classes that we have, and it's like she's like, "Hey, this looks good, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're good."
Yeah, it's
insane amounts of qualifications,
dwarfing my resume.
One of the hardest working people I know,
for sure.
It's crazy. But continue.
Oh, and then so she reached out and she was like, "We would love for you to be the director of fundraising." And I was really nervous. This was like literally like 2 weeks, if that. And I was like, okay, I'll try. And then, because I was already doing the responsibilities of the director, especially with that vacancy, I was like, might as well take the title of it too.
Definitely.
But now I'm the director of fundraising.
It's
and
crazy.
I've made so many people and so many friends. I've made so many friends in AMA, and that's great. What I'm so sad about, though, is that most of them are seniors.
Yeah.
So
I
sad.
feel like we have a bunch of seniors.
So many seniors and so many freshmen.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's no in between, really.
Getting like people to sort of bridge that gap in terms of leadership, because like we're losing our presidents. I think one of our presidents is graduating this semester. Big Lynn's.
Wow, really?
Because we're in our capstone, so she's graduating this semester. But it's like doing that transition is going to be a pain. Actually, in my experience so I was the president of my sketch comedy group back in high school. On the Brink, we were funny, I swear. And if you don't think we were funny, we did raise like $1,000 for Feeding Tampa Bay and donate it to them.
Okay.
So that gets
at least they did something.
Exactly. And you do it too for a check.
I would.
But one of the problems was that like, as we were getting older, if you don't keep up with your recruiting and keep up with like getting people at the lower levels to come in, you're going to end up with a bunch of people who are moving on, and then your club just might crash.
Yeah.
Especially because AMA is like so high now.
Oh, for sure.
4th out of 375 or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of maintenance that AMA needs.
I'm really scared that the next few years that I'm in AMA and I actively partake, it won't be at this height that I've joined at.
Like you think you're coming in at a peak and then it's going to like...
Yes.
I don't know. I think that
Especially because we do lose Haley soon.
That's true.
And I have no idea about, and I guess neither do you guys, because you guys came at the very end.
Yeah,
of last
we're still
semester.
pretty new to.
Yeah.
But I don't know any, like, the past presidents or the past, directors of anything. So it feels like this is the best team that we've compiled. Obviously, I feel like that could be the, over and over again.
Yeah.
But I know Lindsay and Haley have been with AMA, like me, as a freshman, like, they've grown with AMA. So I feel like to lose Haley and to lose Lindsay's, like, and also Emily, again, she's done so much for AMA. To lose all of their experience and to lose them all at the same time, I don't know how it would go. And so that's one of the questions I was asking Emily about when we did a Teams meeting to actually get me, like, to be the director.
Yeah.
I haven't signed anything yet.
Still?
No, I asked about that and they said next semester. So I'll lock into my position then.
There you go. And I'm going to get you a title.
What? Okay, well, that's news to me.
Get the title. Always get the title.
He can
doing
be
the responsibilities.
assistant director of podcast.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah, it's hard to like keep momentum when people are moving on and people are moving forward.
Yeah, but I think that the amount of times that I've been in like the marketing committee meeting or the GBM, and I remember Emily talked about how she used to run like Scramble and ran a bunch of events and did all this stuff. And the reason we have so many e-board positions is because we've started like delegating more responsibility out, and people are taking less personal responsibility. And I think that's a good format or a good like a good structure to have. But also, like, each of these like directors, everybody in like an e-board position, definitely just stands on the shoulders of giants. Like
for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think that it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be any different when like most of the seniors on e-board sort of like sunset and like move on. Because a lot of them have laid the groundwork for so much. Like Haley talks about in the marketing committee all the time. Like, we need somebody to do this. We already have like all the templates. Like, we're all good. You just need to like schedule the posts and like make them and make tweaks if I need them. So I think that there's a lot of like, I don't want to say there's like an AMA Bible somewhere, but
well, like, we do kind of have a Bible.
Yeah, like
wait, what? Where is this?
I don't know where to find it, but we have like basically also part of the reason why like all of our director emails, they're telling us to use it more is so that when people come into the position, they can look at the work that we did previously.
Oh yeah, who's not using it? I use mine for everything.
So I didn't use mine for emailing a guest to come on, but I'm starting to get to use it.
She was looking at you. She was
pointing at you too. Yeah. No, but yeah, I think that it's going to be fine.
Do you guys know how to change, the email signature at the end? Do you know how to change that?
I would probably just Google it.
Okay.
I have no clue.
Because every time it says Emily, and I would love to be Emily. I unfortunately, I could not steal her personality or her resume.
Her typing quirks.
I know.
Yeah.
But I hate typing my name into her name every single time, so I really need to fix that.
It's definitely editable because it's just like a signature setting thing.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. I don't have an e-board email. I don't even have an email signature like that.
I have one for my Outlook where it's like it's RA Alex Randall phone number email as my tagline, but I need to make one for my podcast email. But sort of agreeing with like what both of you were saying, building on what both of you were saying, I feel like what's going to happen is if we lose a bunch of members, which we are because we have seniors, we're just going to see like a consolidation back into like a few people taking on more responsibility. Yeah,
and then as more people join, it'll sort of get spread out again. I think this is sort of just like the ebb and flow of how like AMA here works.
Yeah, it's most organizations in general where you have like a rotating cast where it's a bunch of people who are just having to move on.
And we're never losing Dr. Jarrett.
We are never losing Dr. Jarrett. It's true. The hurricane tried to take her from us, but
not strong enough.
Exactly. Too powerful. So last thing I wanted to ask you. So what are your goals in terms of like, director of fundraising, that's me. Director of fundraising is what you're doing now. What are your like goals long-term with AMA?
Yeah.
With AMA, I really want to do Consultable because I think it's so cool how USF has a student-run marketing
It is really
agency.
cool.
Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Marketing really interests me because that gives you hands-on experience again with marketing,
Mhm.
and then I am a very ambitious person,
Mm.
and I love control, and I love
Here it
people.
is.
Oh, you're great for this. Yeah.
Here it is.
I would love to one day be president.
There it is.
Co-president. I don't want all the responsibility.
Co-president is low-key the gig to have, because I was a co-president when I was in my sketch comedy stuff. I was a co-president because I wasn't the people guy. I was the person management guy.
I would love to have that, I'd love to have that responsibility, but also learn how to have that responsibility too.
You're a freshman. You've got time.
Exactly.
For
I know,
sure.
and I'm already a director.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have so much time in the club. You're gonna have so much information, and in the club, we all fam.
I wanted to say this earlier, but I think your story for getting into AMA is very much like the zero to hero, like Cinderella story of
I love
AMA.
the Cinderella story though. I strive to be a princess.
Like
that was my dream.
That's why you're trying to wear dresses all the time.
You got recruited at the Bulls Market. You walked up, had a conversation with somebody who was tabling, got interested, went, stuck with it, applied for an e-board position, got it, moved up immediately. Like it's like it is the prime example of like what AMA can do for you. So anyone out there listening, this could be you.
I don't know. I don't know who we have who is a freshman who got this deep into the episode and is still listening. But if any of this
isn't
sounds good
already
to you,
in AMA,
exactly. But hey, there's opportunities. You can grow. If you're one of our friends, even who listen to this because you felt obligated to, like. Join AMA.
Yeah, even if you're not a marketing major, who cares?
I know, I'm trying to get
like,
so
actually,
many
though.
friends recruiting that are business majors. Like my roommate, who is a accounting major.
Yeah.
They're a treasurer.
You were accounting for a minute.
I was accounting for like a hot second. So it
for
was
like a semester.
Yeah. So freshman year, I came in as a marketing major, and then I was like, man, marketing has like it's not stable. There's like a billion people in marketing, and
I feel like it is so stable because there's so many people in marketing.
That's fair, but like there's a lot of competition was my thought.
Yeah,
and
but you don't have to. I don't really know. Take it with a grain of salt. But there's so many roles in marketing that you can fit yourself into. That it's not like you have to do this one specific role. Where accounting, you have to be that one role.
I agree with you now. Back then, I was tweaking, and also like I took my first accounting course, which is like which one is it?
It's financial.
I have to take that next semester.
It's financial.
ACG 3071, whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I did not like financial
accounting. We had a lady who might not still be teaching. Basically, her thing was she was in Sarasota Manatee. You showed up the first day of attendance over Zoom, and you could do the entire class on your own at your own pace.
Yeah, she was pretty good. That was a good. It was a good class structure, but I did not like financial accounting. It was not my favorite class.
Yeah.
I'm bad at accounting.
But what I was getting at was I switched to accounting because I was like, I like numbers. I like spreadsheets. I'm a spreadsheet wizard.
He does.
Which I love that. Do not like accounting, not in the slightest. If you show me credits and debits one more time, I'm punching you in the face.
Yeah, it's going.
I
like managerial a lot more.
Managerial was because that's more so like decision making.
Yeah,
and
it's not
and account
as
managing and things like that.
Yeah, financial accounting is just plus and minus, but you have to understand and know like 500 rules and how they apply in like every situation.
And also, it's like the assignments are like 20 different parts, and if you get one part wrong, you have to redo
bad.
20 parts.
The assignments on Pearson are like, I look at homework, I'm like, 5 questions, sweet. Question 1, part 1 of 17.
Yeah.
Like what?
But you have that to look forward to.
Yeah. And CGS, you have Microsoft Access soon.
I don't.
She lost access.
No way. They actually did it?
Yeah,
we lost access to access.
After you said that during the marketing committee. I was like, there's no way.
You know what it probably was? You probably lost it because of the hurricane.
That's 100%.
They probably cut the unit for you because of the hurricane.
I was wondering. I was like, maybe.
And we come full circle.
Yeah, I was like, maybe they cut the unit. Maybe they cut the unit because like nobody likes it and it's not used at all.
Exactly.
Because like I took the 0 on it. I think you did like 2 assignments on it, and then we're like,
I went to a cafe with a friend to work on it, and she worked on it the entire time, and I sat there and just played on my laptop.
Yeah. Everyone that I've known who's taken computers in business looks at Microsoft Access and is like, I can do this, and then like tries to do the first 2 assignments, is like, this is stupid. I'm not doing this, and just eats it.
But yeah. So good luck with the rest of your classes. If you ever need help with any of your stuff, then
business calc.
Oh
yeah.
Is Dumbletinger still teaching?
He's not business calc.
Oh no, he's not. He's
stats.
He's stats, right?
Take if you see the name Dumbledore on any class, he's got a funny name.
Dummeldingger.
He might be the greatest teacher of all time.
He's one of the greatest teachers at this school.
We were his 100th semester teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a lot.
Yes.
That's
and it
50
shows.
years.
Yes, and it shows.
Summer semesters.
Oh.
It's still, he's incredibly good at his job.
Yeah, wonderful professor.
Yeah, but we are running out of time, so we're going to have to
get back on the
clock. I want to say thank you, Kailee, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And so show up to our general body meeting if you're interested in AMA or you already know about AMA. Just remember to show up to our general body meeting Tuesdays in BSN 225 at 4:45 p.m. That is Tuesdays in BSN 225 at 4:45 p.m. Every Tuesday for the rest of the semester. I think we have like 4 of them left. Yeah. We're going to have a guest speaker. I'm not 100% sure who that is, but we're going to have a guest speaker and they're probably going to be great. So we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.